the body is actually the foundation of mindfulness. It's the first foundation. And it's because the body is always in the present. So the mind likes to take us into the future to sometimes really helpfully plan and strategize, but often worry or obsess, or takes us into the past, rehashing what did happen. And really this body is the gateway into this brand new present moment, and it's always available to us. So that's one reason the body is important. The second reason is that the nervous system has this great mechanism whereby bringing attention into the body, we naturally start to shift into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the body's healing system, essentially. So it enhances immune function, it improves the communication of molecules moving through the body and bathing the brain. And so by bringing attention into the body, sort of this nice route into the mind then naturally starting to settle and have clarity. I don't know about you, but if I tell myself relax or stop worrying, it gets worse, right? So it's by bringing an affectionate attention into the body that we can shift, not by force. And then the body also responds way more quickly to signals of kindness than the mind does. So if you think about what would soothe a baby who's upset, we hold the baby close, we give warmth, we might hum, we use a soothing tone of voice, and you are wired the same way as a baby. So whatever would soothe a baby will soothe you. And luckily, the deep emotional centers of the brain do not know if that soothing is coming from an outside person or from ourselves. And so we can activate these really powerful soothing contentment systems within ourselves by coming into the body. And then I think most importantly, we live and experience our lives in our bodies. And if we're not connected to our bodies, we're not fully connected to our humanity, to our vitality, and to our fundamental belonging to this mystery that's existence, that's life. And I came across a beautiful quote from D.H. Lawrence in some of my studies, and he was observing Western society, and he said, "We are cut off from the great sources of our inward nourishment and renewal. Sources which flow eternally in the universe. It is like a great uprooted tree with its roots in the air. We must plant ourselves again in the universe." And so it's really through this body that we're in that we can plant ourselves again in this great mystery in the universe. So we're going to get started. So for this first practice, it'll be a little bit longer, probably about 25 minutes. And so I really encourage you, if you feel better laying down, to lay down. And I'll guide you through the body. If there are any parts of the body where you come to that part and there's just distress, feel free to move to a more neutral place within the body. So be your own best teacher there and really take good care of yourself there. Another thing to mention is most of us have judgments around certain parts of the body. And so those judgments will arise. And when they do, just really offering ourselves compassion that this judgment is there, that we've internalized this message about what should be in our bodies. So, all right, so we'll get started. So if it's comfortable for you to let the eyes close, you can let the eyes close. And inviting ourselves to be here in this community, really rooting ourselves like a giant tree back in the universe, back in these bodies. And so I invite you first just to notice the space around you, opening the ears to receive sound, and just sensing the environment, space inside the room that you're in, temperature, vibration. And now bringing the attention into the body, first just noticing that the body's breathing. No need to change the breath at all, just noticing, where is this breath moving? What parts of the body are softening or expanding with the breath? And perhaps where is the breath not moving? And as we settle in here, if you'd like, you can bring a hand to the heart or to the belly, anywhere you'd like, just as a gesture that we're bringing not just awareness to this body, but affectionate, tender, kind awareness. Inviting ourselves home to this miracle that is a body. And following just one more breath in this way. And knowing that, of course, the mind is going to wander hundreds, maybe thousands of times during this practice. It's just what a mind does. And when you notice it, just, oh, come on home, honey. Come on back to wherever we are in the body. And so I invite you to first bring the attention to the space right between the eyes. Noticing the sensations there and traveling out across to the corners of the eyes. Sensing the space under the eyes. These eyes do so much for us. And just this wish, may these eyes rest. May my eyes be at ease. Noticing the space now in the forehead and the scalp, into the jaw, seeing the jaw, that hinge there, that, wow, does the jaw do a lot for us? And the tongue inside the mouth, the volume of the mouth, the whole volume of the mouth. Noticing now the face as a whole. Face laughs, speaks, empathizes, cries, sings, just allowing whatever sensations are here to be here. Filled with a tender awareness. May this face rest. May my face be at ease. May my face be happy. Moving the attention now to the space right between the shoulder blades, so behind the heart area. And this being a part of the body that holds quite a lot of tension, physical and emotional. And allowing whatever sensations are there really to float in this spacious awareness. Offering kindness, tenderness to this part of the body, right between the shoulder blades. And then traveling up to the tops of the shoulders. And then the tops of the shoulders, the back of the neck, all the way to the space where the spine meets the top of the skull, that hinge there. And filling now the whole shoulder area with an affectionate awareness. Shoulders that do so much for us. May these shoulders rest. May these shoulders be at ease. May these shoulders be happy. Noticing now the upper right arm, from the top of the shoulder down the length of the upper arm, the bicep and tricep to the elbow. Noticing the space inside the elbow. And from the elbow down the forearm to the wrist. Noticing the right palm. Really feeling the right palm from the inside out. What is happening there? Bringing the attention into the right pinky finger, the ring finger, the third finger, the pointer finger, and the thumb. Noticing now the whole right arm from the top of the shoulder all the way to the fingertips. This arm that gives and receives and holds, tends and cares for. Perhaps offering gratitude for all that this arm does. May my right arm be at ease. May my right arm rest. May my right arm be happy. Moving the attention back to the space right between the shoulder blades. Noticing perhaps if the sensations are the same or different, without any judgment, just noticing. And traveling up to the top of the left shoulder. And filling now the whole upper left arm, the bicep and tricep, this tender awareness. The left elbow, the space inside. Down the lower left arm, the forearm, to the wrist. And the left palm. Feeling the left palm from the inside out. What sensations are happening? Noticing the left pinky finger, the ring finger, the middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb. Noticing now the whole left arm from the top of the shoulder all the way to the tips of the fingers. This left arm that does so much for us. Holding, receiving, tending and caring. Offering gratitude for all that this left arm does for us. May this arm rest. May this arm be at ease. May this arm be happy. Moving the attention now to the pelvic region. Sensing the whole pelvic bowl. Bowl-shaped bone. Housing many of our organs. Noticing the space inside the pelvic area. And holding whatever sensations are here. And sometimes there's no sensation, and that's fine too. We just notice that. This spacious, tender awareness. Moving the attention now to the right hip. You could imagine where the upper leg meets the pelvis. The gluteals underneath. And traveling now from the upper right hip down the upper right leg, the thigh and hamstring, into the right knee. From the right knee down the lower right leg, calf and the back and the shin and the front. Really staying curious. What can you feel? What can you sense? Noticing the right ankle. And noticing now the heel of the right foot, the arch of the right foot, the ball of the right foot, and the top of the foot. Noticing now the space inside the right foot, feeling the right foot from the inside out. Noticing the right pinky toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the big toe. Feeling now the whole right foot. And boy, do our feet do a lot of work for us. Inclining with gratitude towards this right foot. And if at any point you come across pain or difficulty in the body, inclining with compassion, just allowing our hearts to soften because this is so. And bringing the attention back to the top of the right thigh, the right hip, and traveling the entire length of the right leg, all the way to the tips of the toes. Sensing the right leg as a whole. This leg that allows us to walk and jump, move, dance. May my right leg rest. May my right leg be at ease. May my right leg be happy. Moving the attention back to the pelvic region, to the pelvic girdle, sensing the pelvis as a whole. Perhaps noticing that pelvis might move with the breath. And bringing the attention to the upper left hip, where the thigh meets the pelvic girdle. And traveling down the upper left leg, quadricep and the hamstring. Noticing the left knee. And the lower left leg, calf, back, shin, to the left ankle. Really sensing the space inside. What sensations are happening? Held in this affectionate, tender awareness. Noticing the heel of the left foot, the arch of the left foot, to the ball of the left foot, and the top of the foot. And sensing the space inside the left foot, from the inside out. Noticing the pinky toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, the big toe. Noticing the whole left foot. This left foot does so much work for us. Really making space for the left foot to be just as it is. And bringing the attention back to the upper left hip, and now traveling the entire length of the leg all the way to the tips of the toes. This leg that allows us to do so much. Perhaps inclining with gratitude, compassion if there's any dis-ease. May my left leg rest. May my left leg be at ease. May my left leg be happy. I'm bringing the attention now to the navel center, to the belly area. And lingering here, being innocent curiosity. What are you noticing? What is happening? The belly. Part of the body where it's quite common to have judgment or have sensations that sometimes feel difficult to bear. Sometimes the belly feels nice and easy. Really making space for whatever is arising. And inclining with kindness, with tenderness towards the belly, holding so many processes. May my belly rest. May my belly be at ease. May my belly be happy. And from the belly, traveling up towards the rib cage. And from the rib cage up into the heart area. Noticing any physical sensations, front side of the heart. Noticing also any emotions that are present in the heart. Making lots of space for this heart to feel just what it feels. Held in a tender and loving awareness. May this heart rest. May this heart be at ease. May this heart be happy. Bringing the attention back to the crown of the head. Very top of the skull. Imagine where the air meets the hair. And traveling the entire length of the body, all the way to the tips of the toes. This field of energy, of aliveness, bearing witness to this mystery, this miraculous human experience with tenderness. Just noticing how the dance and play of sensation, emotion, is always changing. May this body rest. May this body be at ease. May this body be happy. And again, noticing that the body is breathing or the body is being breathed. And if you'd like, allowing yourself to savor this rhythm of the breath. field of aliveness, of sensation in the body. And this homecoming with each breath. The body just waiting to bring us home. And as you feel the breath, noticing how with the inhalation we're taking in something that is outside the body. It moves in, and as we exhale out, goes back out to this shared field, this space, mystery. Perhaps sensing how you're not breathing, but you're being breathed. This breath right here has swept over mountaintops, trees, oceans. Following just 3 more breaths in this way. And as we bring our practice towards a close, I'll share a quote from Hermann Hesse, who says, "Within yourself is a stillness, a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time." And so just noticing what is present without any judgment. Whether there is ease or agitation, joy or sorrow, love, difficulty, really allowing this human experience to be just as it is in this moment. Allowing ourselves to be just as we are, just like this. Just like this. And whenever the time feels right, take all the time you need. Can slowly open the eyes. Or not. And we'll take a few moments for reflection, which you can do with a pen and paper if you have that near, or just your own pausing to reflect. And a few questions that I offer as points of reflection are simply, what did I notice? What was that like, bringing affection into the body? Were there areas where it felt easier to really sift into the sensations or into kindness, areas where there was resistance? So just, what did you notice? And then the second offering would be to consider, where in my daily life might it be helpful for me to connect more fully with my body? That might be, before meal times, it might be really nice just to take that 10 seconds to notice that I have a body. There's a great quote that from a James Joyce novel, that Mr. Duffy lived a short distance from his body. And I think that's the case for most of us, especially Westerners. So where are these sort of micro moments that I might be able to really connect with my body? I'll share for myself. One moment is I'm really trying to be conscious when my little one gets out of bed, and now she sleeps in her own room, which is amazing. But she comes down, you hear this pitter patter, and I try and really just ground myself in my body so that as I'm meeting her in a fully present, embodied experience. Rather than, oh my gosh, we gotta get the yogurt and we gotta get the whatever going. So yeah, we'll take about 6 minutes here. So you can just reflect on, what did I notice? What was that experience like for me? And when might it be helpful to connect with my body more fully during the day? And I will hold the time for us. Wonderful. And if you feel inclined to share in the chat box, it's always nice to share. I call it harvesting. We get to learn from each other's experience. So if that feels like something you'd like to do, by all means, please share in the chat, or not. I also forgot to mention in the beginning, I will stay on at the end, both to chat and if anyone has any questions about meditation practice. I realize we are coming from all different traditions and experiences. And if you have any questions about just practice of meditation at all, I'd love to be of support in any way. So near the end, we'll have time for that too. Yes, Lynn, I love that. Connecting with the body at night instead of reading the news. Yeah. And Jane says, this meditation was so relaxing that I fell asleep during part of it. Moments when I could get in touch with my body are when I'm falling asleep, when sleep is elusive and when I wake up just before I start to move. Thanks, Kaylee. Yeah. And so often when we do bring our attention into the body, what is alive, what is true is we're tired. And one of my mentors, a teacher named Alexis, whenever I would go on long retreats, he'd say, your practice is to not get out of bed for 3 days. Like the amount of energy, like go to the dining hall to get food, but don't put pressure on yourself to be doing anything more, because the energy of this mind constantly striving, doing, and just the intensity of our modern lives is so great that very often when we just get present with the body's like, I'm just so tired. Please give me a break. And Nina says, this was quite relaxing. Thank you so much. My dad fell asleep. It was nice being aware of so many parts of my body and how they are all functioning. And Kimberly says, not only just getting in touch with the body, but also feelings. I don't always take time to even feel what I'm feeling. I'm just trying to do and fix. Yes. Yeah. And Agnes says, thank you for a wonderful session. And Lynn says, thank you. So grateful. Wonderful. Well, we'll start into our second practice, and this one is it's going to be much shorter. So awareness of the body and the breath are these beautiful, ever-present, always available resources that bring us home to the present and enhance resilience. And in a moment of real hijack, and what I mean by that is when the mind is in that obsessive mode and or a place of reactivity, or in stuck in an addictive pattern or behavior, even just getting ourselves to slow down and bring the attention into the body, is that hard. So going immediately to the breath is my go-to. And so we're going to practice a breathing technique. It's very simple. It's called the 5-5-5 breath. And what I'll invite you to do is, again, close your eyes and then find the rhythm of your breath. And then I'll count to a count of 5, and we'll inhale for a count of 5. And then at the top, hold the breath for a count of 5. And then exhale fully for a count of 5. So I'll count us through about 5 rounds. And that's kind of my break. Whenever the mind is going off into the future or off into the past, or I'm not acting with resilience or with my full wisdom and awareness, this 5 count breaths is really powerful. So it's going to be quick. And then after that, I'll invite you just to rest in your body. And I'm going to drop a few questions of insight, essentially, of awareness into your experience. And then without any judgment, just being like an experiment, just notice what arises. And then we'll have a little time to journal. So go ahead and let the eyes close if that feels comfortable. And first, just noticing that the body's breathing. And in a moment, I'll begin to count the breath. And so I'll have you begin in a moment. I'll say fully exhale, and you can exhale all the air out of your lungs. And we can do this breath in through the nose and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. So really whatever feels most comfortable for you. So as you feel ready, please exhale all the air out of the lungs. And we'll begin to inhale for a count of 5. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling fully through the nose or the mouth. 3, 4, 5. And again, inhaling, belly expanding, ribs expanding. 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, just relaxing, allowing the inhalation to fill you. 4, 5. Holding and noticing the space inside. 4, 5. Slowly exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last time, inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and notice the space inside. 4, 5. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And allow the breath to return to however it would like to be. And noticing the space inside the body. And sensing into where this body is in this moment. Sensations that are present. Heaviness or lightness. Ease, difficulty. Allowing the body to be just as it is. And sensing into the heart. Noticing any feelings that are present. We're feeling life very much like the weather, always changing. And allowing whatever emotional tone, whatever the state of the heart to be just as it is. And noticing, bringing mindfulness to thinking. So just noticing what the mind is up to. Any thought forms that are present, any stories that are present. They're not wrong, just noticing thinking is thinking. Ah. And as you sense into this body and heart and mind, bringing the attention back to the heart area. And receiving any wise, compassionate, tender words that you as a human might need to hear right now. Getting very quiet and listening. Receiving kindness, compassion, or wisdom that you really need to hear right now. Another way of asking this is, what really matters? What really matters? And sometimes the message or the insight is quite clear, and sometimes there's silence. It's muddled, and making space for whatever is arising. And I invite you to linger here as long as you like, in a space of compassionate, tender curiosity. And when you feel ready, you can open the eyes, and if you'd like to reach for your pen or paper and just jot down anything that arose. What is it that you, this heart, mind, body, really needs to hear right now? What really matters?